my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington football team. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Third and short yardage, Heineke. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Play action now. Here's Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the fourth quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this first quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up first and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, Heineke. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel there to make the grab. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Rodgers now to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Buying time to his left. Man open, here is Jones. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 29. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Rodgers with a keeper, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones there to make the grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A quick throw here out to Brown. 7 yards the pickup there.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll go down at the 28.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down, Heineke. This will be caught by Brown. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try to run with Gibson, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. One more time with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught by Jennings. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it
tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Here's Gibson to start the drive. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Heineke slings this deep from McLaurin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and this is caught. Jennings. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. On now is Mason Crosby, who's hit from as far as 58 in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And here's Jones again on second down. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On play action, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Rodgers throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
A check down here to Jones. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. So now on fourth down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Crosby puts it through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Heineke. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Heineke again. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 49 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Gary Jennings there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Heineke. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And Thomas has it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center. You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off? Not yet. Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times. Looking deep for Adams. And incomplete on the deep ball. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it. They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Jennings. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there. They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead. Look at the deficit. Trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right? This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one. Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. 58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Once more, Gibson. It's a 1st down and more for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And some room to roam now. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. Flush to his right. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night. No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Trenton Cannon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now it's the backup Fitzpatrick. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Heineke now. Escaping the pressure right. And he will find his man Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Sly on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes this Washington 49, Packers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Second and 10.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. It's our time. It's our time.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Switch up, switch up. Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, I'm coming.
Rodgers now on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On first down, Rodgers. A solid stiff arm. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
That's it, buddy. We're going to
Washington moving on as we say so long, everybody. Thanks for watching.